Buhari seeks approval to spend 76.6 million naira for Aso Rock rent, 644.3 million naira for food, refreshment in 2022 budget. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning to listen. A breakdown of a 2022 budget proposal presented to the National Assembly by President Buhari has been released. The breakdown, among other things, shows the presidency wants to spend 76.6 million on rent in 2020. The presidency is also planning to spend 25,287,900 naira for the upgrade of a State House library and 43,257,900 for the purchase of library books and equipment. President Muhammadu Buhari has submitted to the National Assembly the spending plan for the State House, also known as Aso Rock Villa, Nigerian seat of power. The State House spending plan, which is contained in the appropriation bill, has a total allocation of 12.31 billion naira for the headquarters, while 24.83 billion naira was allocated to the President's State House operations. Office of the Operation of Vice President Yemi Osibanjo will also spend 1.18 billion naira. Breakdown of the total spending plan shows there is a provision of 644.3 million naira for food and refreshments and a sum of 76.6 million on residential rent. Last year, State House residential rest payments gulped 66.6 million and has been a permanent feature yellow budget predating the present administration, despite the fact that it is consistently being described as a suspicious item. Breakdown for food expenses. State House headquarters got 135.66 million naira for refreshments and meals, while State House operations for the President earmarked 30.65 million naira, and the Vice President got 20.26 million naira to purchase foodstuff and catering materials. Through next year, the next earmarked 301.13 million naira, while 156.66 million naira was earmarked for the Vice President. The other expenses captured. Other expenses in the State House budget include over 35.41 million naira for sewerage charges, while 55.05 million naira was earmarked for the rehabilitation and repairs of the residential buildings. The sum of 5.17 billion naira is also budgeted for rehabilitation and repairs of office and buildings. The Finance Minister Zainab Ahmed has reacted to the federal government's recent borrowing pattern amongst tough economic realities. According to Ahmed, the FG would need to borrow more funds to finance the deficit in the 2022 budget. The minister who defended the FG shed more light on the nation's excessive borrowing, noted that it is still on a minimal level. And this is the man who came into power claiming integrity, simplicity, and honesty to cut down cost of governance in Nigeria. How very funny. I can really see how much cost he has saved for Nigerians, liars and falsehood peddlers everywhere. Nigeria is sinking and there is a fire on the mountain, but no one seems to make a move. Integrity, my foot. Arrant nonsense. Rents, Aso Rock from who? Which library? Is it primary school textbooks or junior secondary textbook for Buhari, whose primary school certificate was doctored and contested? Oh, Nigeria, what a country. I cannot wait for the reality of there was a country. Who is the landlord of Aso Rock that Buhari wants to pay rent? The lecturers would like to know. He should tell Nigerians what he's renting. Exactly what I'm saying. Renting Baba. Baba should read budget at home before presentation. This inflation of budget is not acceptable. My state is Kano. No sentiment. I am not happy the way money are being stolen. Please, what is Buhari renting and which office do they want to renovate? Is our president food from Pluto? This is too, as in, this is very, very ambiguous. Like, it is very huge. The expenses, the money is here. It should be looked into. Cost is meant to be managed and not inflated. What is really going on? What is going on? And it was this same list, information getting to us, that was being read by the president and some of those that are supposed to, question these expenses. We are captured dozing off. This is rather too, it is a thing of shame. A thing of shame. A lot of things should be cut down, especially with the fact that there is a statement made here that the Nigerian might even need to borrow more funds, really, to run a yearly. This is not. I'm not even hearing any infrastructural development. I'm not hearing all that. All I'm hearing is this is just. It's alarming. It's alarming. It needs to be cut down. The legislative body should please look into this and find a way around how cut-sizing this or cutting everything needs to be looked into. Everything. At this point as a nation now, what we should be doing is that we should be careful of our expenses. We should be careful. We should manage to, we should utilize properly, or rather judiciously utilize our resources now, especially when this resources is not even from us. We are not even being able to do some basic things for ourselves as a country anymore. We keep borrowing and borrowing. Now, when this money is being borrowed, it should be judiciously utilized and make sure that it's used efficiently for what it is meant for. Please. This will plunge us into more borrowing and more borrowing, saying it is still at the barest minimum. How do we get to pay? Is there any agenda? At least, okay, fine. We are going to be borrowing from this particular amount or from this point to this point. Then, at what point do we start even saying, okay, after the borrowing, how do we pay back? I've not heard anything about paying back or what is really happening, what is really going on. You have not heard about paying back. It is not even right that, yes, as a country, there are times you need to borrow. But when the borrowing now, you're not saying, okay, it's not wrong to borrow. What infrastructural development? What is the use? This money needs to be accounted for. The legislative people should wake up. Those that are dozing off should wake up and make these questions and at least prefer solutions to where we are going to be it is going to be cost effective. At the end of the day, okay, fine, we borrowed money and this money was channeled into this, and this particular cost was, it was managed properly. Please, this particular issue of even keeping on borrowing funds without any, any large product. It's not like a company or companies are being built. It's not like creation of jobs. It's being made available in these funds. It should be looked into. And we should manage our resources, our resources judiciously. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen till I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of the day.